First of all, thank you for calling back to alumni. It's always nice to be back in any association of XISS. So here is a very quick background. I'm basically a Jamshedpur girl, born and brought up in Bihar. Did my mathematics honors prior to XISS, and then did my masters from XISS Ranchi. But I think the whole credit goes to my father. He's an HR professional, very renowned in Tata Steel, has done some exemplary work in HR and IR, let me say more specifically. So having spending time with him during lunchtime, dinner time, hearing about union interactions, I think I was very intrigued, and I could not have done anything but HR. He was disheartened. He wanted me to pursue MCA after maths honors, but fate had something else in store, and I'm glad it did. I can sum it up in one line. Those were the best days of my life. But I think the one thing which none of the XISS people from my batch will forget is the camp experience and the volunteerism work which we did. I can tell you and the rest of the batch or whoever is watching this that volunteerism is in our blood for every XISS professional. And trust me, it can take you places, especially when you join the corporate world. So I miss the camp days the most, and of course the classes by all the professor, Agarwal sir, Shok sir, Biswas sir, who is no more with us. So yeah. Amongst many shortlisting, three is a difficult one, but I'll make it a quick one. I think the first one, foremost one, was setting up a diversity and inclusion group and a network which is now 10 years old and dear, and is now functioning as a business resource group beyond employee resource group. I think that's been really heartwarming, and it's been a volunteerism experience more than anything else. The second one, closer home to HR, on employee survey action planning. This was around, we were in factory working 6 days a week, so bringing 5 day work week to life through various iterations and working with a huge team around that. I think that's the second one which I recall because it's been the toughest but most rewarding as far as employee experience is concerned. The third, I would not say toughest, but I think setting up the HR Operations Center for India, basically the shared services organization about 6 years ago, when shared services was a relatively new concept in the HR space. I think those three stand out from me, gaining maximum experience, because I think toughest of times give you best of experiences. I think amongst many, I think let me do it more from a recent experience. I think setting up the shared services organization prior to my talent management role, where right from scratch of setting of team of contingents and their resources, which is on role and off role, getting them to map the entire employee lifecycle processes and ensuring that we are giving the best of CSI to employees. I think that was a long drawn process which kind of took me back to basics in terms of writing the process boxes and understanding that where is the most efficient path lying for us. So I think that remains to be very close to the heart. But besides, more than anything else, I think managing a huge team dynamics and relationship, I think that was the most rewarding experience there. So Ananya, I think the thought to bring this was largely coming from sometimes innovation or something different you want to do because you're pained by a lot of things, and we did realize that a lot of our processes are disintegrated, if I can use a better word. That joining at various units is happening in different formats and so on and so forth on various life cycle processes. So there was an inherent need for consistency and more than anything else for a seamless employee experience for employees moving from one unit to another. Especially when they're getting transferred, they should not feel that I'm getting a better experience at unit A versus unit B. So I think adversity is actually the mother of invention. So because we're facing such issues and employee experiences challenges, I think that is what led to the team thinking through on going live with the shared services and the HR operations. So yeah. Yeah, Ananya, there are two things which I would like to share with the group. I think for everybody, even for us, I think the biggest myth which was busted was work from home was the biggest myth, especially being a manufacturing cum tech center environment. I think overnight everybody migrated to working from home. And the second one was it also accelerated us on the path of digital adaptation, so whether it was migrating our learning to digital or going online with that, or exploring other digital platforms for learning, including simulation, VILT, which is virtual instructor led, or webinar, or self-paced, and you just keep naming them. And the same with all other life cycle processes like onboarding and exit as well. So I think accelerating the pace of technology adoption was a blessing in disguise. The second was the myth of work from home got busted very fast. Yeah. Another, the answer to that is no, frankly speaking, because we were going through a transformation which was irrespective of the pandemic, we would have gone through it. So our hiring was on. I think one thing did happen, that we stood on our core value of commitment, and we committed to all the offers, and we actually onboarded everybody who we have offered. Yes, we did go to campus with a little lesser numbers, but I did not see a huge decline in hiring. So we're still planning to hire and will be in the best year moving forward. So skills can be learned. I think the skill of, I would talk about a capability because my role demands that I speak about that. I think it's learning agility, the ability to learn fast and unlearn fast. So, today we're talking about data analytics, we're talking about AI. Yesterday we were talking about Excel expertise, and before that we were talking about how to do good, conduct good inquiries. This whole transition will keep happening, but I think what is common in that is your learning agility. So I would expect that every professional, wherever they are actually harnessing this. But from a behavior perspective, I would love everybody to keep this behavior of Ubuntu, that, if, which is Vasudev Kutumbakam, that if I am not well, so if people around me are not well, I am not well. And I think this should not change in the corporate world, where collaboration becomes a big problem. So I think the spirit of Ubuntu or Vasudev Kutumbakam is what I would say that every professional must have it. I think XIS does a good job of teaching us naturally in that format. Twofold, Ananyo. I think the first change is the breadth in which the areas in which women are kind of venturing itself. There are no area literally untouched where women are not working, whether it is shop floor, engineering, design, marketing, sales, and all that. And I think the second is the opportunities young women in career have. It was not there in 2002 when I started career. So there's a lot of mentoring, coaching, guidance, a lot of focus on improving diversity, and hence a lot of development opportunities. I think those are the two things which are surely distinctly different from what I had started in. Actually, I left a job saying that I want to do IR only. And of course, things changed course because I started learning new stuff and started liking something else. So please, I think women more than anybody else, but in general, I think as humankind, we are so used to have those mental barriers, so kind of just unshackle them. I think there's no job which women can't do. By the way, I think women will make, and they make, I know many women managers who make better IR leaders. So I want to wish all your classmates who are aspiring to become IR leaders, and my tip to them will be, you find mentors who will mentor you early on, to not leave your trajectory of going on the IR path. I think that's a great path to venture on. And I think women are naturally inclined through their competencies and capability to do well in that. So remove this self-limiting barrier from your mind totally. I'll leave that one-liner with a question, Ananyo, because it has helped me throughout my career so far, and I know it will ahead as well. Imagine a question which will be kind of a roadmap for forever. And the question is, are you the best version of yourself? And if this is a question, if you're responding daily, weekly, quarterly, you will keep becoming a better version of yourself, and there's no reason why your career or life will not become better. So my one-line statement to everybody is that keep this question handy with you. Are you the best version of yourself?